We are live.
Yes, another episode here with Miss Raina Tees.
Yes.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the show. It's been a little minute.
It has. It has.
And I think it's about time that we address, okay, these pussy ass psychic hoes in these government warehouses that's been watching us. Okay, see, you got to understand that not only do they have the third dimensional plane on lock, they got the astral plane on lock as well.
Okay.
The powers that be, they got this shit on lock. Okay, and they very much know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about social media clout. It's not about your name being out there. It's about your level of energetic radiation on that astral plane. Okay?
Yeah.
And what you are doing that disrupts their level of or their systematic so-called peace on that plane that gets you on the list. And for this episode, we are going to talk about being astral most wanted bitch on the motherfucking list.
Okay.
And to share with you guys out there that are getting into astral travel, possibly getting into dream working, it's very powerful stuff. Okay, casting spells within dreams, very powerful. Okay, that like if you can reach that level of casting your spells, then you're really shaking some shit up, okay? Mm-hmm. And we do have story times that we'll say for another video about spirits coming through, poetic spirits coming through and contacting us through dream work, giving confirmation through dream work. Yes, honey, we got that.
Yes.
We got that.
We got that.
Okay? As always, Raina Tees is open for spell work and readings. Okay, readings first, but before any spell work, a consultation is mandatory.
Mandatory.
Yes. We will leave our contact information down in the description box below.
Absolutely.
So let's get into this video. So recently, well, not even recently, we're going to say let's start this off from where it even begins. My partner and I, we have been not directly contacted per se, but we have been harassed by the powers that be, okay? Because they know what time it is with the spiritual shit that we are engaging in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there have been many times we have breached the matrix.
Yes.
Okay, we have breached the matrix, and it sends off alarms to these people.
Oh, yes, it does.
It sends off warning bells to these people because you have to understand this energetic plane, this planet, this third dimensional realm was orchestrated to be a prison.
Let these girls know. Let these girls know.
Yes, to be a containment and experimentation, a whatever you want to call it, but it was not. This is not the paradise. Okay, this is not the paradise. Moving beyond this and elevating beyond this and not returning to this is the paradise. That's another video. Okay, but for now, we are going to talk about the imprisonment and the regulation. So they got everything regulated here. Okay, yes. From the taxes, from the school system, from the politics, from what they feed us.
Everything here. Everything.
From the music, the media stars, everything is orchestrated to play its part to keep the masses dumbed down
in check
and like cattle.
Mm-hmm.
What they say in the book, honey, in the Christian book, you are like sheep to the herd, bitch.
Ooh.
And that's what they want. They want the masses to not ascend. They want the masses to not reach awakening.
Yes.
And if you watch my Dreamtime teas, okay, where I spoke about bringing the knowledge from the heavens down and it impacting people so severely, and myself in the dream being prosecuted for it. It goes right along. It is all in tangent. Okay, these people. I can't even call them people because they're a lot of times interdimensional beings as well. Beings that have not taken form or shape in this plane, but can travel through it.
Yes.
As well.
Let these girls know.
I'm telling you, it's real. It's levels. It is levels to this, and it's not just about the willy nilly of who got the most magic and who doing the most hoodoo and who doing the most. No. That's carnal, third dimensional shit. Okay, when you really shaking something, the girls on the astral side got their eyes on you.
Okay.
So, if you checked out that video, it's on our channel. It's Dreamtime Interpretation. I wake up, honey, from the dream, give the girls interpretation of the dream, everything. Okay, and I go in about the dream now. Going further, I want to talk to you guys about a recent dream that I had, and my partner also has a dream as well, bitch.
A 2 for 1.
Very similar.
2 for 1 for these girls.
Very similar. So, Dreamtime teas is astral projection, astral travel, leaving the body. Now, one thing about me when it comes to being aware, and I'm not going to say every dream that I have astrally awakened, and I have a lot of times I'm thrown into dreams, and it's just like, okay, like move how you move, situation is presented, and get it how you live. But oftentimes I am faced with situations where I am in astral awareness, okay, astral state awareness, and am able to move fluidly in astral travel along this plane. Now, normally when I astral travel, or if I'm aware in a dream, I get the flying. That's one thing about me, bitch. I'm always, if I'm not telepathically communicating or telekinetically moving shit with my mind, I'm flying. It's just natural to me when I'm in that state to just fly. Like I just always leap to fly, okay? And there once was a time very early on where I was able to, I remember astral travel dreams where I was able to move between the cities, the states, visit foreign places, visit different time frames, visit different eras, okay? But it's not like that anymore because the girls are furthering and tightening their hold not only on this plane, but on the astral as well. So in a recent astral travel dream that I've had, I was awakened, and I consider, because my partner and I, we live between two cities. Like we live 2 cities away from each other. Really not that far at all, but it is some driving distance. And in the dream, I said to myself, I'm like, okay, bitch, I woke up, like I'm aware, I want to go see my friend, and I fly up into the stratosphere, and I try to fly towards south, which is the direction that my friend lives. And upon flying in this direction, I am barred by an invisible prismatic barrier. Okay? A barrier that is erected between towers. Okay? There were towers that were erected in the barrier itself. It was opaque, or how do you say it? Like opaque. Clear. It was clear, like almost invisible, but you could see the honeycomb-like structure.
Yes. The structure.
The structure.
Okay.
that wove it together, that kept, and I was not able to penetrate. I was not able to go beyond the barrier to reach my friend. And I was like, immediately in the dream, I was like, damn, these motherfuckers done regulated traffic. Like, that's exactly what I said myself. I was like, damn, they got regulation on fucking astral traffic now. Like, I can't even fly south. Like, what's going on? And there were some other things that happened in the dream, you know, that isn't really important to the concept, but it just goes to show you the regulation and the level of control that is extending beyond not only, again, the third dimensional plane, but on the astral plane as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, Raina, what are your thoughts as we, because I know I just kind of like took the lead on this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy.
These girls have it.
Yeah, you know, I just feel like it's crazy that the regulation that they have in the astral. And when we say, what was the word that you said? You said the powers that be. When we say the powers that be, what we mean is these it is third dimensional and astral beings, but I feel like the government,
Absolutely.
the people in power that we don't know who they are, the people behind the scenes, these hidden entities, these hidden powers, we feel like they have psychics, they have witches, they have people who are very powerful working for them. They might even have some people working against their will that they have imprisoned there, for all we know.
Yes.
Okay? In prison, psychics and spiritual workers who have probably been born in that system and have been used specifically to target witches in the known world, okay? Have a map with all the witches listed, can detect your astral projections, your resonance, how you project energy. They can probably detect when you're casting spells. These people have the whole system unlocked. Okay, if they have our phones tracked, you best believe they got our magic tracked too.
Bitch, you better lay ham.
Okay.
You better lay ham.
Yes, it's real out here.
It's real.
And
it's real.
when you're resonating, okay, it like you said, it rings that fucking alarm. It rings that alarm, and those girls are like, "Up, here we go."
And to even mention, they will reach out. They will call the phone.
Oh yes.
Contacted. We have been called.
We have been called.
Meditation.
Tell them.
We have been called in the middle of us.
Both of us.
Being on the phone, you know, in resonance, resonating, chanting. They will call.
They will call you. They will call you.
They will call to interrupt your shit.
Oh yeah.
They will call to let you know that you're doing the most right now.
To bring you back to reality, to bring you back to the third dimension, because you're going too high, you're going too far up, you know? You're doing too much. They got to bring you back down.
They got to bring you back.
They don't want you to break that barrier. They don't want you breaking barriers. And that also has...
Go ahead. I was going to say, you know... The girls are not talking about this.
They're not
on the airwaves on this too, honey. They're not talking about this, and it's like, yes, to the newbie, which is not to make you guys paranoid. It's not to make you guys feel like, oh, you're not safe in your studies, in your pursuit, in your meditation. But it's just to let you know that this thing extends beyond fucking crystals and candles and pretty things and pretty pictures and pretty altars, and that's what we constantly try to, you know, speak on and make you guys aware of.
Yeah.
Through this platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
These people, these motherfuckers are watching always.
They're watching, and they can tell. They can fucking tell. Okay.
So go ahead, Raina. Let these. Girls.
You know, and we also got to do a story time on when we broke the barrier. We got to do that, because I feel like those girls knew when we broke that barrier. They knew that we broke that barrier. When we broke the physical astral barrier, they clock that T. So we're gonna do a story time on that in the future. Um, but yeah, so I'll give you guys my story time. So
Mm-hmm.
I had this astral projection, lucid dreaming, and it's like Raina said. Usually, when you're lucid, the first thing you want to do is fly. You know, that the first thing you want to do is just get up in the sky, or use your powers in some way. But in this lucid dream or astral projection, I was flying, and I remember flying through the city in New York, and I remember seeing the streets, the buildings, and things like that. And I remember just like zooming, just going fast, like flying. It was just like kind of like Superman, just flying, like zooming past. And all of a sudden, it's like I felt like I broke a barrier. Like I I broke the like yeah, like a barrier into another dimension or something. You know, it kind of felt like I broke what is behind the universe. You know, that back room, and I was literally in like a room, and it felt like a government room, like the ones that you see on television where they have the kids, you know, where they have them, and
That's
you see
right.
like the black mirrors where you know you can see the person but they can't see you.
An interrogation
The
room. And guess
interrogation room.
what? When you see a lot of those portrayals in Hollywood and things like that, they're giving you the inside, bitch. They're letting
Yeah,
you know what's going on. Truly.
truly, 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 and I truly feel like when I broke that barrier, I went into one of those places.
The girls had to snatch you up. They had to
Yeah,
get you.
you know, and when I was there, I remember seeing a woman a few feet from me, like let's say maybe 7 or 8 feet from me, sitting down on a chair, and I felt threatened. Okay, and
Mm.
when I am lucid, I have pyrokinetic powers. So and I knew this because
What do you have?
pyrokinetic powers, okay,
Yeah.
where I'm able to manifest fire. And this is something that I have developed,
Yeah.
okay? And this is something that I have developed in multiple lucid dreams, you know, that I have practiced and manifested. So now when I look down at my hands, I can see it. So I can see the smoke creating and whirling. I always see that first, the smoke swirling and creating, and then just the fire. So I got it in my hand, the fire, and I threw it at her. And when I threw it at her, it did absolutely nothing. Okay. Then I was like, oh yeah. And literally that's how I felt. I was like, oh yeah. So I walked up directly up on her, and I basically just like broke her. I took her head, I broke her, and I made her into like a square, like, and I threw her across the room. Okay. Like she was nothing. And
Yes.
the next thing I'm like, okay, I have to get out of here. So I see a window across from me, and I look outside of the window. I look, and I can tell that that yellow glow from where the street lights. It was very detailed, and I can tell I was in um, a very high floor, and I'm like, oh my god. So I knew that I was lucid, okay. So and I knew that I can do basically anything. So I jump out of the window, okay, underworld style, and I'm just like falling, 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 and bam, I land on my feet like it was nothing, okay. And all of a sudden, like 6 or 7 guys start walking out of like just coming towards me, and I remember fighting them, and it gets hazy after that, and I woke up. So to me, that symbolized that I broke that astral barrier. And when you do
Mm-hmm.
that, you get repercussions. The girls start coming for you
They start coming
because
for you.
they do not want you breaking levels or going too high up, resonating too high up. It's like they want to keep you down. They don't want you like breaking that spiritual barrier into other dimensions. I feel like they want to regulate that.
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
I feel like it can't be broken. You can still break it, but they're gonna come after you.
Yes.
In some kind of ways.
Thus the title of this show, Astral's
Most Wanted.
Because we don't abide to that.
We don't subscribe to your rules. I do not subscribe to your language. Okay? Step the fuck back.
Step the fuck back.
Step the fuck
all the way
back.
back. I mean, it's it's for those who are aware to see and those who are aware to know, they're gonna automatically know what time it is.
Yeah.
And it's seriously, it's not easy out here. It's not easy out here. And what sucks about what's going on right now, in at least the spiritual community of YouTube, is the information that's being given is very bare minimum.
They don't want to give it.
It's very, because they're not experiencing it. That's the T. They're not experiencing shit.
They're not experiencing nothing, yeah.
They're experiencing third dimensional level magic.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Materialistic
We all
shit.
have to go there, right? That's fine. We all have to go there. We all have to go through it, and we all have to experience it. Because like I said, there are levels to this shit, and obviously over time, over practice, meditation, evolution. But it has to be two things. Number one, it has to almost be innately within you.
Yeah.
It has to be innately within you. And we're talking about from the womb, because I remember back in childhood where, because I come from a time we didn't have Instagram. Bitch. I'm an OG. We OGs.
Yeah, we OGs.
We didn't have Instagram, bitch. We have action figures in our imagination. Okay.
Yep.
We have action figures in our imagination and Saturday morning cartoons, bitch.
Yes.
Okay, that gave us the life. But I remember in those times astral projecting in astral, what they call it when you it's not astral projecting, when you third eye travel. You kind of like there's a word for it when you are.
What?
When you kind of like use your mind's eye to scope the room.
Oh, remote viewing?
Remote viewing, yes. Remote viewing, okay, from the room before I even knew I didn't even know what I was doing, but that's just the levels that my imagination and my capacity of interest took me, that I as a child would like close my eyes and focus on seeing out the different areas of my house and my room and seeing everything as clear and remote viewing it as clear as a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was in you. That was in
us.
Yeah.
That was in us.
And I can very much resonate with that. I can very much resonate with that, because I feel like astral projection was what introduced me to the spiritual world when I was a little kid. That's really what basically was put on me, was just having these episodes of astral projection, which were coming through sleep paralysis every night, and experiencing this. That opened me up. So I feel like I did have a natural inclination to the spiritual because of I just happened to be prone to having sleep paralysis episodes and, being in between worlds and experiencing that, young.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, everybody don't got it like that to be able to hit those high levels that the girls want to stop you, okay?
Right.
And you know what? Earlier, I was getting some tea that a lot of times the girls want to restrict that because they want to allow certain people to access those levels. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And since we naturally access that, it's like they really can't really. They'll clock us, but they can't really like do much
they can't
to
really
us.
Shake.
Yeah.
Come now, bitch. But guess what? We are also fighting assholes too.
Hello.
So you can come, but like Rena said when she gave her story time, she broke the bitch. Now that was a witch that you met in the confines of the government warehouse.
Yeah.
And okay, she may have her abilities to perceive and clock and all this.
Yeah,
because she's not street.
She's not street because see, the bitch, the fire didn't affect her ass. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I had to walk up on the bitch and break her ass. Like, okay, bitch, I see the fire don't affect you, but bitch, these hands will.
These hands will get you, bitch. These hands will get you. Okay, and it's like. And number two, the second thing that I wanted to point out is, because I said it has to be innately in you. And then secondly, you have to honestly have the desire You have to have the desire. You have to want to perceive beyond, Drake's new album, bitch, or Rihanna's this,
yeah,
or
absolutely.
President Trump doing this. You have to be beyond that. You have to look, because what those things are distractions.
Distractions.
They are barriers placed up so you can experience fear, you can experience lust, you can experience, all the things that they want to put on you to make you the purses, the bags, the shoes, the clothes, the Instagram pictures and the lifestyle. Like, we don't give a fuck about that shit.
Okay.
Because at the end, none of that is coming with us. And when I leave this motherfucker, I'm not coming back. Okay? We're not coming back for another round of this.
No, we're not.
Because this ain't where it's at.
It's so late. Oh my God, it's not. It's not.
Okay, Stacey or Rico, honey, there's gotta be more.
Okay.
There's gotta be more, girl, to this.
Yeah.
So I think all in all, the message that I know sometimes we get on the line and we kind of like, we be talking and we be kind of boasting, but it's just to kind of like give the alternative direction to what is so commercialized about spirituality now. Because it's very commercial. It's very like, oh, you can be a witch too if you just, dress like this and look like this and do this. And it's like, hell fucking no. Like, this motherfucker's out here trying to like literally harass and bully us for trying to astral ascend and astrally experience and actually thrive and magically thrive. Okay?
Yeah.
So it goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. It definitely does. And I think, as you guys continue to ascend and seek deeper knowledge, don't let the hype, don't let the fear, and don't let, the unknown fear you, not fear, but discourage you and scare you away from pursuing truth. Because there are deeper levels to this shit. It's real deep levels to this shit. Okay? And I think that's all I really have to say.
No, I agree. It's perfect closing. Absolutely, girl.
So with that, again, Raina Teas is open for spell work. Okay? We do dream readings too, bitch. Dream interpretations.
Yes.
Okay, we on all of that. All of that. We do dream work, dream interpretations, readings, spell work. Okay.
And
with that, we will see you guys in the next one.